Hey socialites, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Ariel. I create beauty and fashion reviews as well as lifestyle blogs. So make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to become a socialite. So today will be a review of the very viral Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer. So this tinted moisturizer has been out for a few months now, and on my latest trip to Sephora, I just saw like a whole area in Sephora where the foundation was completely wiped out, and I was informed that this foundation has recently gone completely viral and they were completely sold out. I looked at the very back of the display and there was one foundation left, which was so happened to be my color. What are the odds of that? So I said, hey, let's pick this up and do a review of this foundation. The claims of this foundation is to be a flexible formula that delivers a glowy light to medium coverage while hydrating and protecting the skin from the sun. A couple of the key ingredients is homosalate, which is used as a chemical UV filter, and it's found in 45% of moisturizers. Another key ingredient is titanium dioxide, which is often used as a pigment, and it's typically found in food coloring and sunscreen. I did pick up this foundation from Sephora and it retailed for $29. So if you want to see my thoughts on this foundation and how I got this look, then keep on watching. Okay, socialites, so this is the foundation here. As far as the packaging, I feel like it's a unique shape. It is sort of typical to what tinted moisturizers look like. They're typically in a plastic tube-like package like this with a plastic twist off cap, and it usually is in a dropper form like this where you just squeeze it out. Per the website, they do recommend the way you apply it is to shake it very well, squeeze out a few drops. Well, it doesn't really come out in drops, as you can see. It just kind of squeezes out like that, but it recommends that you use a few drops and use your fingertips to work it in to your skin. I don't really like to use my fingers to apply makeup, so I'll be using a damp beauty blending sponge. Usually I like to start in the areas where I need the most coverage first, which is around the mouth area, in the sides, and then work my way around everywhere else. As far as prepping the skin, I really don't like to use primers and moisturizers when I do foundation reviews because I like to see how the product performs on bare skin. That way it's easier for me to recommend what prepping or skincare for you to use. I did get this tinted moisturizer in the color 46C, and I feel like it's a really good color. It matches almost perfectly to my skin and it blended very well. This foundation does come in 24 shades, and about half of them would probably work for African American skin tones. For concealer, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty concealer. This one is in the color 6.5G, and I'm just gonna apply that to my highlight areas, which is going to be underneath the eyes, here, middle of forehead, down the bridge of the nose. And I'm going to use that same beauty blending sponge to blend this, starting from the outer edges, working my way up. To further blend in between the highlight and the actual tinted moisturizer, I'm going to add just a couple more drops, like barely, maybe like about a half a drop actually, and just apply that right in between the two. That way I get a more seamless blend. This is a liquid consistency. It's not super watery, so I would say it's about a light to medium consistency. So it's not super thick, but it's not watery either. And let's just blend in between the two. Definitely has a very radiant finish, which are the actual claims of the foundation. It is super radiant, very much gives you a skin-like finish, almost exactly like your skin, in fact. For cream contour today, I'm going in with the Nicka K Cream to Powder Foundation. This one is actually in the color Chocolate, and I'm gonna use a dense foundation brush for that. brighten up just a little bit more, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the color, this one is in the color medium neutral. For the best results with this particular concealer, I like to let it sit for about 60 seconds before I blend. I also picked up one of Rare Beauty's liquid blushes, which I've heard amazing things about and awesome reviews. The color that I got is the color Happy, which is a very vibrant pink. So while we still have the cream products on and before we set with powder, I'm gonna apply a little bit of Happy to the apples of my cheek. And I'm gonna use a Real Techniques contour brush to blend. Going back in with my sponge just to blend just at the top where that blush meets the highlight. We want that to be seamless. Going in with the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder, I'm gonna set all of my highlighted areas. And then I'm gonna lightly apply that same powder everywhere else. And blend with a fluffy powder brush. Because this is about the Tinted Moisturizer, I'm gonna finish the rest of my face and come back and show you guys the final look. So this is the final look. The website does not specify how long this foundation is supposed to last, so we will be the judge of that. It is now 9:42 a.m. As usual, I'm gonna wear this foundation for the rest of the day and I'll come back and show you guys my final thoughts. Okay, socialites, so I am back and it is now, let's see, 7:08 p.m. So it is a little over 9 hours later. So as you can see, I'm a bit dewy. It's not super oily, considering that I've been out in the sun taking pictures, I've cooked, I've cleaned, been running around a bit. I have not blotted the whole entire day, and so definitely have some shine. As far as prep, because now I do see where the shine is and how much oil production is gonna come from wearing it a full day, I would definitely wear a mattifying primer or at least some sort of primer underneath. And you might need to carry a powder, you know, maybe like a pressed powder or something in your purse with you, but that's not out of the ordinary for skin tints because they're never matte and oil controlling. Usually they are not, but it's not super terrible. As far as oxidation, the foundation didn't oxidize at all. As you can see, it's pretty much the same color as well, and I love that. I love when a product doesn't oxidize and I don't have to worry about, man, I look a few, you know, shades darker than I did earlier. So overall, I feel like this product performs very well. So to touch this up, I would just go with maybe a dry sponge in the areas that you see the oil. And you could pretty much just go like that, or if you wanted to, you could lightly powder after you blot. You could take your same powder or whatever pressed powder that you have with you. Keep in mind, when you use a primer, you're not gonna get as oily as what you guys just saw. So you could touch up with just a little bit of powder in those areas where you got a bit oily. And yeah, you'll be good to go for at least another few hours with this. Overall, I feel like this is a really nice skin tint. I love the fact of how skin-like it looked. I'm gonna insert a picture of how the foundation looked about 4 to 5 hours into me wearing it. It just looked so radiant. It looked very radiant. It looked very skin-like and just beautiful. I loved it. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to put that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.
'Cause I've been where you are. You're too scared to show